One day while I was in Indonesia, I met this lady who was around her 40s. She was running a food stall by the roadside. Let's call her Ibu Amina. I stopped by for a coffee and some snacks. So I started chatting with her about this and that, from small stuff to eventually asking her how she fell in love with her husband and decided to marry him in the end. At that time, I was single and I really wanted to hear a grown woman's perspective on love. I asked about the beginning of their love story, but instead of that, she shared the most memorable moment, or the moment she cherished the most with her husband. Now, what was her answer? Let's play the intro first. Ever since I heard Ibu Amina's response, even after 8 years, whenever I hear stories from married women, the reasons they fell in love and the strong foundation for their marriage, it all boils down to one thing: the moment when their future husband ensured their comfort and security. Overall, the answers vary, but they all lead to the same point. Now, for those curious about Ibu Amina's answer, here it is. The unforgettable moment for her with her husband before marriage was when he said, "I might not be able to give a big dowry like others, but you will witness my efforts to make our family dreams come true." Ibu Amina actually comes from a relatively well-off family, so it was a struggle for her to get her parents' approval. I listened carefully and seriously to this story, so much so that I still remember it vividly. Occasionally, I'm struck by Ibu Amina's story that impressed her about her husband. He never talked about her family in a way that suggested he was only interested in their wealth. Not once did he say anything like that, Ibu Amina said. Ibu Amina became a witness to her future husband's efforts to improve his status. Failures occurred repeatedly, but her future husband kept trying. Instead of blaming his circumstances and fate as a man born into poverty, he worked hard to prove himself, not to blame others. That's the most admirable moment I met, and the plot twist is, listen carefully, right behind that stall there's a big fence, and I thought it was a government official's house, but it turned out to be Ibu Amina's house. It was a blessing from her husband, without any intervention or assistance from Ibu Amina's family. It was her husband's struggle witnessed directly by her, really impressive. What I want to convey to you all is, don't limit yourself by finding excuses like "I only graduated from high school," "I come from an average family," "I don't have any skills," etc. Believe that those are just packaging. You have to believe that you're a man who always finds a way to rise. The conclusion of this video is that the most manly moment for a man is when they dare to ensure the comfort and security of their partner in any situation and circumstance. Daring to ensure, not just being able to ensure, right? Because I know you probably have reasons why you can't. Being able to ensure starts with the courage to ensure. Instill that courage in yourselves first and strive to make it happen. If God sees your struggle, then His help will never be delayed. In the same circumstances, women with their feminine nature can very well understand what you're striving for. Finally, what I want to say is, be a manly man, not someone who always finds excuses. Because always finding excuses leads to laziness.